Hee-haw, bitch. Hee-haw.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
I'm a big boy. I can take it. If he feel I deserve it, ain't no big deal.
I know Charlamagne guy gonna have some funny shit say out his mouth.
If you gotta say something you may not agree with, doesn't mean I'm mean.
Who's getting that donkey?
That donkey. That don't.
Donkey of the Day right there.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
You can call me the donkey of the day, but
man.
I mean no harm.
Yes, Donkey of the Day for Monday, February 3rd goes to Dallas Mavericks general manager Nico Harrison. Now, if you haven't heard, the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Dončić. How you pronounce his name? Dončić? Dončić? Luka. Okay. Luka is 25 years old. He was Rookie of the Year. He's been to the All-Star game 5 times. He led the league in scoring last year, averaging over 33 a game. And he took the Mavs to the NBA Finals last year. He's a franchise player. Okay, the type of player you build around. But Nico Harrison doesn't seem to think so. So Luka was traded to the to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, who's no slouch his damn self. Okay, he's got a career average of 24 and 10, 9-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA first team, 2-time All-NBA defensive team. But he gets hurt a lot, and he's 31 years old. Okay? Look, I could be totally premature with this hee-haw because I believe Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving are going to be great in Dallas, but some things make sense and some things don't make sense to me. And Luka being traded from Dallas to the Lakers doesn't make sense to me. Let's go to ESPN News for the report, please.
This is maybe the most stunning trade, definitely that I've been a part of in recent NBA history, as far as it was never clearly out there. And I'm told Luka Dončić, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, the players, coaches, a lot of people on both sides with the Mavericks and Lakers had no idea. I can assuredly tell you it's a fact. LeBron James had no idea this was coming. Anthony Davis had no idea this was coming. I'm told Luka Dončić is still stunned about this trade. But when you look at the totality of what just occurred, Luka Dončić is a 25-year-old, like you said, mega star, perennial All-NBA player. He's someone that you think of as untouchable, as a guy that's never going to be traded. I'm told that the Mavericks actually approached the Lakers and offered Luka Dončić a few days ago in a trade. Very recently, the Mavericks went out. They knew exactly who they wanted. They wanted Anthony Davis. That's the player that if they were ever going to trade Luka Dončić, if this was even a thought that was going to cross their mind, it was for AD.
Just when I thought no sports organization in Dallas could make worse decisions than my Cowboys, here come the Mavs. Okay, now Dallas must know something about Luka that we don't. Reports are that Luka's weight went up to 270 pounds. So you mean to tell me that Luka got traded because he gained too much weight, but Zion Vandross is still a Pelican? Now, I got nothing but love for Zion Williamson, okay? South Carolina all day, but nobody's weight has fluctuated more since the architect of Never Too Much. So you're not going to make me believe that Luka got traded because of his weight. When a generational player like Luka gains weight, you don't trade him. You get him a trainer and a nutritionist. Simple. How do you go from 33 a game in an NBA Finals appearance last year to 28, 8, and 7 this year to all of a sudden your team saying they don't want you because you're fat? In fact, Nico Harrison said the reason they made the trade was because they want to win now and weren't thinking about 10 years from now. Listen.
I think the long term is the time frame. I think he fits our time frame. If you pair him with Kyrie and the rest of the guys, he fits right along with our time frame to win now and win in the future. And the future to me is 3-4 years from now. The future 10 years from now, I don't know. I don't think they probably bury me and Jay by then, or we bury ourselves.
Yes.
I think you might have buried yourself. Nico, he went to the NBA Finals last year. Okay? He's 25. Give him and Kyrie some time to cook. Surround them with more talent. Okay, how as a GM are you not thinking 10 years down the road? This guy, Luka, is going to be a superstar for a long, long time. Unless you know something we don't. Okay, Nico said the contract was a factor too. Let's listen.
Yeah, I think it wasn't really like a point. I think it was how do we make our team better? There's some unique things about his contract that we had to pay attention to. There's other teams that were loading up, that he was going to be able to decide make his own decision at some point of whether he wants to be here or not, whether we want to supermax him or not, or whether he wants to opt out. So I think we had to take all that into consideration and feel like we got out in front of what could have been a tumultuous summer.
So you're telling me Jokic not going to get a supermax when it's his time? Jason Tatum signed a supermax. Okay, you surround Luka with the right talent so he doesn't want to leave. I don't know, man. I think that there's more to this story. Okay, whose lady in the Mavericks organization did Luka knock off? Yeah. All right, did you find out he's a serial killer in Slovenia? All right, Somebody tell me something that makes sense, because I refuse to believe the basketball gods love the Lakers this much. Okay? Or maybe they do. I've been alive a long time, long enough to see the Lakers do this quite a few times, from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to Shaquille O'Neal to Paul Gasol to LeBron James, the trades that have been vetoed like Chris Paul. They always tend to get one that makes you scratch your head like, how they pull that off? And really, I would like to know, how did they pull that off? Okay, Nico, you got a piece like Luka, and you didn't even think to shop it. You want us to buy that you were thinking about winning a championship in the next 3 to 4 years, but you didn't even put Luka on the open market to see what other deals were available. I'm sure that there was better deals out there. Okay, I'm telling you right now, if this don't work, Donald Trump is going to use you, Nico, as an example as to why DEI is ruining corporate America. I've never seen anything like this. And now, because Luka has been traded, he is ineligible for the $345 million Supermax contract that he was sure to sign. By the way, I don't think that's fair, because it's not performance-based. Luka earned that money because of what he does on the basketball court. He shouldn't have to leave hundreds of millions of dollars on the table because executives made what I believe to be a poor decision. But I only feel it's poor because I don't have all the information. If it is because of his weight, then Luka needs to sue for weight discrimination. Okay? If Big Dank can sue Lift, then Big Dunk should be able to sue the Mavs. That's all I got. Please give General Manager Nico Harrison the biggest hee-haw.
Stop playing with Big Dank, yo.
What you mean?
It's a Big Dank can sue Lift.
That's for real. If Big Dank can sue Lift for weight discrimination, how come Big Dunk can't sue the Mavs?
Got to be more to that story.
It's got to be. I mean, the man knocked off somebody girl or something in the organization, man.
Or he was acting frustrated, like he didn't want to re-sign, so they figured they'd trade him before he just opt out. It got to be more to that situation.
A year from now, right?
Next year, I thought, right? Mm-hmm.
I don't
got to
know.
be more to that story.
It got to be. You just don't get rid of no Luka Doncic like that.
And people always ask about the no trade clause. I think there's only 10 NBA players with a no trade clause ever in their contract. And just a number, it was David Robinson, John Stockton, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Dirk, Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Carmelo, and Bradley Beal.
Kevin still ended up getting traded.
Who?
Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett got traded a few times.
Yeah, but he had to approve it. You could get traded, but you just got to approve the trade.
I just refuse to believe that they got rid of Luka because he like chocolate cupcakes and oatmeal cream pies. I just don't believe that.
So wait, you can do that? You can approve, like you can go against them if they try. You can
sign a no trade clause where you won't get traded unless you have to approve the trade. So if you don't want to leave, you ain't got to leave. But they don't give that to too many players.
Oh, okay, wow. So it's just like slaves. Like you take this nigga.
The fact that they come together and pick their own teams, and people are like, well, that's not fair. Well, the coaches and management can trade him at any given point.
And they have to go wherever they...
And the fact that hundreds of millions of dollars he's going to lose now because he's ineligible for the Supermax because he got traded as if it's his fault he got traded.
That's right.
Wow.
All right, well, thank you for that Donkey Today.
Donkey of the Day is sponsored by renowned personal injury attorney Michael the Bull Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey when you need a fighter on your side. If you're ever injured, go to michaelthebull.com. That's michaelthebull.com. And when you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.